Hi, I'm Dr. Pertice, and I need to tell you this story. So I'm sitting here, I just recorded a story about seeing belonging in different spaces and moments and places in time. Got the dogs fed, out, back in, um, granddaughter off, ready for school. Fatima and I talking about book work. And it's, 6:30. It's the way our house goes. So I'm opening mail that she brought in, and it was a package. But one of them was a letter that was in a package that had another letter in it. And I thought maybe it was somehow all these packages had come from the hospital. But it was a letter from a woman who follows the story page, who was talking about one of the stories and quilts and connections and was wishing me well while I was in the hospital. And the other card came from someone who worked at the hospital. The original card had gone to my old house that is now owned by one of the senior VPs at the hospital. And he was like, "You got to come see your old house. I'm so sorry I opened your mail. I did it accidentally, but you got to come see your old house." And I was like, "What?" Here's the thing. We bought that house with plans of expanding it, renovating, making it large enough for my large family at the time. All the kids were here. And my mother got sick. She had a brain tumor, which resulted in 5 heart attacks and 6 strokes over a 2-year period. So we couldn't renovate, and I knew we needed to get a place where she would be comfortable now, like right away. She was like, "I'm not going to be here long. You don't have to worry about it. You don't need to do any of that." And I'm like, "Mom, no, that's what you're going to be. If you got 2 days left, you're going to be comfortable in those 2 days." So we found another house, but that house didn't sell for the duration of the time that my mom was sick. And actually, the house sold, I want to say right before she passed away, to that family. There was so much going on. And we bought the new house, got this other house. I'm paying 2 mortgages, but I want to make sure my mom is completely comfortable and everybody else is comfortable, because we're all crammed in this house and we're like, when we renovate, it's going to be perfect. And we tended to do that because I guess I was a flipper long before anybody knew what it was called. But this one was one we could stay in. It had a pool. It had a separate shed that could be turned into a smaller apartment for the older daughter. It was going to be perfect, but it wasn't perfect at the time. And so we did what needed to be done to make sure my mom, even though she was in the hospital most of that time, was where she could be, and the kids were comfortable and around her, and everybody was fine. The fact that I was in the hospital, that the man who owns the house now lives in, when a nurse advocate sends me a card to that house, is, talk about a love letter from my mom. And then here's this friend who found me because he's friends with the chief medical officer, who is my sister from church. Our city is not that small, but belonging connects you. And it connects you to people in ways and spaces. And Susan, too, from way over somewhere else, connected us all back. In my home, we have these Adinkra symbols carved into the crown molding. And it's an Adinkra symbol that means love always finds its way home. Love always finds its way home. And home is wherever love is. I love you.